Good day everyone. So I'm going to define and explain on how deck crane weekly maintenance executed. A deck crane is a kind of machine, usually equipped with a hoist, wire ropes, chains, and shafts. It can be used to lift and lower materials and also to move them horizontally. This ship crane is mainly used for lifting heavy things and transporting them to other places. Deck cranes are an important item of ship's equipment, and when they break down, this can result in loss of higher climbs. So it requires regularly inspection and maintenance. It is when a problem occurs when a crane that the maintenance records come under scrutiny. It is therefore important that in addition to having a planned maintenance system and carrying out the maintenance, it is properly recorded. Routine inspection and maintenance of the cranes and grabs, if fitted, should be carried out according to the manufacturer's maintenance schedule, and this should be incorporated into the ship's planned maintenance system. Wires should be regularly inspected for any damage. Damaged crane wires should be assessed for replacement in accordance with the crane manufacturer's guidance or in accordance with ISO 4309 cranes wire ropes code of practice for examination and discard. Wires should be lubricated with the correct wire rope lubricant. The lubricant serves two purposes: to lubricate internally and externally, and to protect against corrosion. Grease should not be used where wire strands move against one another as the wire is tensioned and as it passes over sheaves. The wire rope lubricant will penetrate penetrate into the core of the wire, whereas grease will sit on the surface of the wire and either be washed off or be contaminated with cargo dust and form a thick layer on the surface of the wire. Hydraulic oil. The majority cranes on board ship are of the electro-hydraulic type. It is important that the hydraulic oil is maintained in good condition. In addition to regularly checking oil levels, filters should be regularly inspected. This often having indicators to show when they need cleaning and may have a magnet fitted, which should be inspected for any significant build-up for of ferrous debris. One of the biggest causes of failures of hydraulic systems is dirty oil. Although hydraulic oil may look clean, particles in the oil that cannot be seen by eye can cause control valves to jam and will also cause wear of components. Water in the oil can cause corrosion, and if the oil emulsifies, this can lead to sluggish operation. Routine oil analysis should be carried out to ensure that the oil is in a satisfactory condition, and I, ideally this should include a particle count. Dirty oil coiler. It is important that the oil cooler is regularly inspected and cleaned, particularly if the cranes are being operated in high ambient air temperatures. This may need cleaning more frequently if the ship is regularly loading and discharging dust cargoes. A dirty oil cooler may result in the crane cutting out if the high temperature limit is reached, which could lead to a performance claim if the cranes are repeatedly stopping. Hydraulic oil leaks should be attended to as soon as they have been identified. In addition to being a safety hazard, the steve doors stevedores may refuse to use the cranes. Brakes and safety devices. The brakes on the cranes should be regularly inspected and their condition recorded. Band brakes often having indicators to show the correct brake tension, but linings should be checked to ensure are they are of adequate thickness and are are not contaminated with oil. Disc brakes are usually checked by measuring the clearance, and this should be recorded in the maintenance records. One of the most important parts of the cranes is the safety devices. Limit switches should be regularly checked to ensure that they are operating correctly. The lower limit switch for the jib usually has a key operated bypass switch used when stowing the jib. The key should never be never be left in the crane, and it should not be possible for the switch to be inadvertently 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 operated. The the jib should only be operated below its lower limits when it is being stowed stowed stowed. Operating the jib below its lower limit while there is load on the hook can lead the failure of the jib of or the loafing wire coming off its drum. Ensure that covers on limit switches are properly fitted and waterproof. If limit switches and controls are not functioning correctly, this can result in damage to the crane and or risk of injury to personnel. The cranes can be subject to demanding operating conditions, but the reliability of the cranes and the avoidance of cost- costly and time consuming breakdowns rely rely on rely on the cranes being properly maintained. That's all. Thank you.